Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing this new little sub 250 grams. That means it's under 250 grams. It's a 249 gram little brushless GPS drone from Snaptain. This is the P30. Now this drone doesn't have a gimbal, but the camera can be rotated manually with the controller, you know, face down and straight forward, so 90 degrees. It does, like I said, GPS. It has a micro SD card slot right here, so you can save photos and videos to the card, so you'll get better quality than over Wi-Fi. This drone will probably be a little bit better for photos since there's no gimbal. You know, it's going to be a bit shaky, the video, whenever you're flying it. Though the camera is dampened pretty good, so hopefully that'll reduce any kind of vibrations that it might have. It also has optical flow, a very small pinhole camera there. So if you're flying indoors or lost GPS lock, you would use that downward facing camera as well to help hold position. It uses a 1500 milliamp 2S LiPo that's in here, I won't take it out, but it snaps in the back with your power button and your USB-C charging port on the rear for this little drone. And again, it's foldable. I've already got it folded out. You just fold the arms out until they snap, and you got your swing out props, which are pretty standard nowadays on these little drones. Now you get, let me just grab it out of the box, a USB-C charging cable for both the battery and the controller, which I'll show you in a minute because it is also rechargeable. And you get some spare propellers in case you would happen to damage them. Now it comes in a nice carrying case. It's sitting inside the box here, so I can't grab it at the moment, but it's just a zip up, kind of gray, and it's got the Snaptain branding on it. So nice carrying case that Snaptain always tends to do on their drones. Let me grab the controller. Nice little controller we got here. You got your power button up here on the side, and if I power it up here, sometimes I think you have to hit it twice. And there we go. Now you have to be searching to make a connection, and it's gonna be hard to see this, but you've got your meters for your connection quality and your different telemetry information on the screen. Let's see if I can go ahead and get it turned off. And over here, and let's get over this way a bit more. You have your speed rates, there's 3, like it's a camera mode, so that's your really slow yaw and slow movements for filming. Your middle one rate is your normal, and then it has a third rate, sport mode. This is your photo, your video, and this is your return to home. So if you want the drone to come back and land where it took off, you press that. Now the drone, since it has GPS, will also return to home and land on low battery or loss of signal. They claim this has about 500 meters, so half a kilometer range. I seriously doubt that. It does stay under sort of, you know, non-interference, perfect circumstances. This is your emergency motor stop here. And then up here on the top, you've got your angle. Now I think in the instruction manual, it has it reversed. It looks like they say the opposites. You need to look at the labels here. This says, and this is what I thought it would be, this is to rotate the camera down to look and back level. And this is your digital zoom. It'll let you zoom in on an object and look. I'll try to remember to test that, but it doesn't record it to the video. So it's just to let you see it in the Wi-Fi FPV. Now the app you're gonna use for this is the Snaptain Fly app. I'll put a screenshot up here from the Play Store. And that's what you're gonna use to connect to the drone and actually see your camera feed as it comes in. You can also record and take photos within the app instead of using the buttons. They both will work either way. And you have smart options in there. You can do stuff like follow me, point of interest, or circle mode, I don't know what they want to call it. And you got some like a Helix and a Dronie and a rocket mode. And I'll try to demonstrate some of those here in the video. They say the flight time is around 20 minutes. Again, it's probably not gonna be that much. So we'll see what we can get tested in this video today. And then you can also, you know, in the app, you've got like beginner's mode. We already have that disabled in the app. So you probably want to turn that off unless you are a beginner, because that's going to cap your limit, cap or limit how far you can fly or how high you can go if you don't turn that off. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get it connected to the drone and to the app. And then I'll do a compass calibration. Both sticks are up and in, not into it, because while it doesn't ask me to do it, you definitely need to do it the first time you fly. We'll see if the app asks me now. but you got to do that so the drone won't start toilet bowling, we call it, moving around and it become unstable. So do that, and then if it doesn't ask you to do it again, then you don't need to do it again unless you move like 100 kilometers, 80 miles or something from your location. Then you definitely need to do it again so that you get new compass offsets. All right, guys, let me pause the video and let me get the drone set up, and we'll take it up here and fly it. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I have the drone connected to the controller and to the app. Now, to do a compass calibration, like I mentioned, you do both sticks up and inboard, and then an animation will come up on the screen here, and you just spin it quickly horizontal, vertical, and then it'll beep both times, and the animation will say it's completed, and it will go away. Very, very simple. They made compass calibration so much easier. Years ago, they were a pain in the behind, and they took sometimes they would fail. So it's really gotten a lot better with these on all these drone manufacturers. Now, I'm not going to do a screen recording today. I'm just going to include the video recording to the SD card, but there's not much else to see on here. I did go into, and again, it will be difficult to see here since I'm not doing a screen recording, but it's four little squares in a corner. That's where you turn off beginner's mode. One other thing, if you go to image, you can set your photo quality, and down at the bottom is your video SD card resolution. Now it can do 4K at 20 FPS, or it can do this 2.9K. I think it says 2.7. It's closer to 2.9K at 30. I'm doing that because I want a little smoother frame rate, so I'm going to drop the resolution just a little bit, but it's not a whole lot, and I think you're better off at 2.9K. So let's go back and get out of that, and we're back onto the main screen. And let's go ahead and what I want to do first, I want to take it up and just take a couple photos real quick, because I think photo mode may be the best for this drone. So let's go ahead and do an auto takeoff here in the app, and just slide the little slider. It should go up, and you have to press. You actually have to press on the takeoff button after you slide it. That's kind of odd. Like it says GPS mode. Most of these drones, if they have a slider, you slide it and then it takes off. You actually have to press the takeoff button. Let's just settle it in here and make sure it doesn't toilet bowl. It looks nice and steady. Video looks really good on the screen. So I'm just going to rotate. Now I'm in normal mode. Let's just take a picture of the old farmhouse there. And it's going to show us saving. And then once it shows that it's done, complete saving, let's just take it over here and take another photo off over the subdivision. I can see some wobble. Let's take a photo that way. That way we can let you guys see the photo quality, because I think that's what it's going to be best at. And all I'm going to do now is just going to bring it down here, and maybe we'll try an auto landing. I just want to do that so I can sync up the video here once we take off here with the video. So bringing it down here, and we will test the return to home. I had a little bare spot there, so this is where we'll try to take off again. Let's see if we can land it there. Well, that's pretty. Ooh, I caught it. The leg got caught. Oh, come on, there we go. Let's just rotate the drone around and face it forward again, so it's faced the same way we did before. And now we'll go ahead and take some video there at the 2.9K quality. So let's start recording video, and let's do. Let's see. I think if you do both sticks down and in, they unlock, and let's just give it some throttle. And you can see I can see the wobbles in the feed there, so that's pretty normal when there's no gimbal. I'm going to step back into the shade here, so even though my screen brightness is all the way up, I can see it better. A nice, good, solid video feed. Take it up a little higher here. I am in Imperial here just because I'm a little better than at estimating that over metric. Now I'm getting a little freezing here, and I'm only out 370 feet. So not anywhere near what they advertise. It's come back in now. Just kind of look around. Now we are just in normal mode. I'll try to show you guys the sport mode here. I'm a little bit closer. And let's go ahead, we're not very far out, but let's go ahead and just test our return to home accuracy. It doesn't matter really how far away you are. I just want to see how good with the drone, how good of a job does it do flying back and landing close to where it took off. Now, you always can adjust these drones if it looks like it's going to bump into something. Since we're sort of close to the fence, I'm going to watch it as it comes down. If it looks like it's off that way a lot, here it comes, then I'll adjust it so we don't bang into the fence. And once it's done doing that, here it is right above me, then we'll show you the sport and cinematic camera mode. I do like the voice little prompts that it gives you, let you know it says down, so it's letting us know it's bringing the drone down now. It is very slow to descend, which most of these GPS drones with altitude hold, of course, are. And it is facing the same direction at takeoff. Now, there's no precision landing. That precision landing drones use a downward facing camera to adjust and fine tune the landing along with the GPS. So this is going to be pretty decent. That's not bad at all. Right here was where I took off, and about maybe what, 5 feet away. That's totally fine. Totally within the acceptable range for a GPS return to home. So unless you're taking off from a boat or something really small, then you shouldn't have any issues. You always want to make sure you have a decent area when you take off. All right, we're still recording video, so let's go ahead and take it up here and let's manually take off. Still have quite a bit of battery. Okay, so let's switch it here to, let's go to the camera mode first. You can see, y'all still kind of quick. Let's see what it does when I go to normal. Does that even change? Doesn't seem like it does. That's kind of, it's gonna, let's go back to normal camera mode. It's gonna be slow. You can see how it's not as quick, not less pitch. But it doesn't, the yaw is still kind of quick. I thought the yaw would slow down. Because here's the mode we were in, normal. Definitely faster. But the yaw is about the same. And let's go all the way up to sport mode. This is gonna have the most pitch. Once it gets going, you can see that's moving along pretty good. That's your sport mode. That's moving along pretty fast. Which for brushless motors on 2S, that's what you want to see. That's fun for me flying like this, because you know I'm not that concerned about the camera, because if I, you know, unless I want to take photos, I'm more interested in a gimbal drone for a video. Yeah, that's pretty quick. Let's take it back to normal. That goes to camera. There's normal. All right, I'm gonna stop recording the video because we're gonna try a few of those automated modes. And those will according to what the instruction says, those will automatically record video. So let's stop the video we're already recording now, just so we don't have any issues. All right, to go to those modes, you press this top button. It looks like a little above the return to home icon. And we can go to, let's go to far fly. That's the Dronie mode, I believe. And let's just slide it, and it's just gonna go. So, I mean, I didn't tilt the camera. I should have showed you guys that. It's really quick, the camera tilt. There we go. Let's bring it back and try that again. It will fly back to it flies back to this point where it took off. All right, let's go ahead and try that again. Let's try the far fly. And this would be more like a Dronie. There we go. Not too bad that you can see the way I had it adjusted. I'm almost on the very edge of the top, and I think I went out of the field of view. Now it's gonna fly back. Looks like it's still coming down. Now it stopped. All right, let's go in here. Let's try the rocket mode. So let's bring it over top of me. And let's face the camera all the way down. Bring it forward a little more. Hopefully I'll see if, am I in there? Yeah. All right, and let's go ahead and try that rocket mode. And that's just gonna fly straight out. You could easily do this mode with your, just giving it throttle. Okay, let's back it up here. And let's try that Helix mode. I want to get up high enough because that's going to go in a spiral. And we may be getting, you know, we could be getting a low battery here soon too. So let's bring it over here. Make sure we're up high enough. And let's bring the camera over towards me and let's try that one. The Helix fly. And there we go. Yes, we are recording video. Now you can hear that bling sound it makes. And that tells us we're recording the video, and there we go. So it'd be hard for me to look up into the sun glare there, so we'll be going with the video from the drone at times. Here is the only video you guys may see. But it is keeping the area where I'm at here next to my pool sort of in view, and it's going up in altitude because it's not just a circle, it's a helix, so it's like a spiral and it gains altitude as it goes. And I can kind of look down here, so it's very quick. Because as it got higher, it sort of lost its the spot it was looking at. Now there is follow me, and I think there's circle mode. I'm not going to do follow me today. I don't have enough room here where I'm at. I'm in my slippers. Those usually work okay, but again, I mean, you really want a drone with a gimbal to do stuff like that, to capture nice, stable video of an object moving. It has follow me by GPS, where it follows the GPS of your phone, and it also has, I believe, an image where you draw a box on the object and it will try to follow it using the app. And let's see here, does it have a point of interest? Let's see how that works. That's just going, you can set the diameter, it's set at 16 feet. Let's just try that. There, it's gonna fly out. Now I'm not recording video, so I'll just try to keep the drone in my head cam and you guys can hopefully see it. And there it goes, it's gonna go in a little circle. We're looking at the ground right now. And there it is, you can see it's doing it. It's just I don't have the onboard video going. Since that's not considered one of the smart features, and since it doesn't automatically record video, I think if you just give it stick inputs, will it cancel? Looks like it's still going. If I press on it, will that cancel? Sometimes these drones can be a bit weird about trying to, let's see if I press that button. If I get in, let's go back to the point of interest, and it stopped it. So I had to go back in, press on the point of interest to actually cancel that mode. I didn't see a little box. Sometimes I'll have a little box you can't see, and that makes it kind of difficult in the glare to find it and disable it. But it didn't leave the box up. I had to go back in there just to disable it. Kind of goofy. All right, so we're down pretty low. It's not warned me yet, but it shows it in the app that we're down towards low battery. I don't know what the flight time has been on this, but yeah, I mean, again, 20 minutes is always exaggerated. The flight time is always exaggerated on these drones. Let's just go ahead and land it here, and this will wrap up this review.
Compass is interfered, open propeller on mobile drone or calibration compass, GPS mode.
It says there was some compass interference, and that's why you heard the voice talking. That's usually a case of something metal here around my pool. It was almost to the ground, so it didn't affect it enough, but it picked up some metal probably and interfered with the compass readings, which could affect the GPS lock. Let's get out of that glare. Overall, this is not a bad little drone. Of course, I wish it had, I'm gonna put the camera back up here. You can see, guys, how fast that camera is. Look at that. All right, that should wrap up the review here of the P30. Not a bad little drone. I do like that it's under 250 grams. These blue lights are kind of nice as well. I didn't mention that. The camera, it looked pretty good to me. It'll be a little better if you choose to use the 4K, but keep in mind that you're going to go down to 20 frames per second. That's going to be slower than your cinema in the movie theaters, which do 24 usually. So that means that you're going to see a shuddery and a lot of jagged like movements in the video, and a 30 is going to be better. I know I like 60, but a lot of these only expensive drones will do 60 FPS. But yeah, anyway, not a bad little drone. It just kind of depends on the cost. I'll have a purchase link to like Best Buy or Walmart. They don't sell on Amazon anymore, or you can pick this up, but it's going to come down to the price. I have a feeling this is probably not super cheap, so you need to just make that decision whether you think it's worth that cost or not. When you consider that like a DJI Mini SE 2 is about $350, $330, $350, I think. You know, how does this compare? That's going to have, you know, 10-kilometer range, a 3-axis gimbal, and it's going to have most of the smart features. It doesn't have follow me, I don't think, but this one does have a few that the DJI doesn't. But you're getting a stable camera, and again, I don't know what this drone costs. Snaptain was nice enough to send this out to me for review, but I'll have a purchase link down in the video description. All right, guys, that wraps up the review of the Snaptain P30. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a like if you liked it. If you didn't, then give it a thumbs down. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.
The power of the dark side.